What's up everybody, Tony here with High Tech Check. Today we're going to be taking a look at Mowei's tempered glass screen protectors for the brand new Galaxy S23 Ultra. Now the only difference between these two is one is a privacy glass and one is a clear glass, and the installation is going to be the same for both of these. So I'm going to go through the full installation for one, and then I'm just going to show you what the other screen protector looks like. I'm also going to be testing the S Pen, the fingerprint sensor, and we're going to be doing a scratch test for both of these, so you're definitely not going to want to miss that. I will also be putting a link in the description for both of these screen protectors in case you guys want to pick them up yourself. And if you guys like me and you want to support my channel, please use those links because it helps me keep purchasing products to do reviews to you guys. So let's go and get started. So first we're going to start off with the privacy screen protector. Here we get 3 installation packets, our installation tray. You get 3 screen protectors, your absorbing pads, 3 vials of adhesive, stickers to cover the bottom of your phone, a UV LED, which you will need a power source for. It uses USB Type-C, so you can use a power bank or a phone adapter. Here we have a rather large weight, a razor blade, and your little slide tool. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is to take one of these stickers, and we're going to cover up the ports on the bottom of your phone. Make sure that the round end goes towards your S Pen. Put it down on the bottom of the phone like that, and then just run your finger over the edges to make sure that everything is all nicely sealed and covered. So it should end up looking just like that. Then you want to clean off the screen of your phone, dry it off. Then we're going to take our tray here. You need 2 of the longer absorbers and 1 of the short one. We're just going to stick them in the little spots here, just like this. Then you want to take your phone very carefully not to touch the screen. We're going to put the camera end in first. That's going to go in underneath the little absorber, and then just lower your phone down. You can use your little wipe to gently press in the rest of the phone. Then you're going to take your little slider. You're going to stick it in between these 2 little posts here, just like that. Then you want to take one of your vials of adhesive, take off the red cap. Make sure you get a tissue or something because it might get a little messy. We're going to take off the little tab on the top of this vial. So then what we want to do is we're going to put 2 bubbles on the screen. 1 big bubble in the middle here, and then a smaller one kind of right below it, but not past the ends of these absorbers. So we're going to unscrew the little black cap, and then the liquid will start to come out. Don't take the cap totally off because you're going to need it to make the second bubble. So when you're done, it should look something like that. You can kind of manipulate the bubbles just a little bit to get them in the center. Then you're going to take one of your screen protectors. We're going to peel off the underside sticker. Make sure the little camera bump is facing towards the top of your phone. We're going to peel that off, and then don't touch the underside. Put the top portion of the screen protector down underneath the little top absorber, and then kind of let it rest on the end here on your slider. So you don't want to push the screen protector underneath the absorber here. You just kind of want to put it a little underneath until you reach resistance, and then once that happens, just let the back end rest on your little slider here. Now, the next thing we're going to do is to slowly pull out this little slider. The screen protector may slide back with it, but that's okay. Just use the slider to kind of push it back against the little absorber pad. But again, you don't want to force it underneath the little pad here. So we'll slowly start to pull this out, and you'll see that the bubbles will start to hit the screen. And then you can just release it. Again, if it moves back, you can kind of push it forward a little bit with the slider. Now the adhesive will totally cover the rest of the screen, and you want to make sure that it reaches all over the screen before we touch anything. While it's doing this, do not press down on the screen protector either. Again, you're going to want to make sure you have some sort of tissue or maybe even a little Q-tip, because once we put this little weight down on top of the screen, there will be some liquid adhesive that kind of seeps out of the side, and we'll use that to absorb it. Okay, so now we're going to put the weight over this little sticker here for the fingerprint sensor. So it looks like the liquid adhesive is now flowing all over the place. So we're just going to absorb it the best we can. If the screen protector moves, you can always push it back into place with the little slider. This adhesive has definitely gotten all over the place here. So I did end up putting a little tissue paper underneath the tray here because the liquid adhesive has gotten all over the place, and I just didn't want it to get all over my desk here. So now we're going to take our UV LED light and we're going to cure the screen protector for 45 seconds. Just kind of put this over the middle and then plug it in. Once that's done, we're going to remove the weight and we're going to cure for another 120 seconds. Now once that's done, we can set our UV light off to the side. Now we're going to take our phone out of the tray here, but be very careful because like I said, I saw liquid adhesive kind of flow all underneath here. So have a tissue or something ready just in case you need to make a little cleanup. But if you look in the back here, there's a little hole. So we're going to push through that with our thumb. And then we can take our phone out. So I got some adhesive on my hands. Looks like it got all over the sides of the phone, so we're going to wipe that up. So I would definitely get a little alcohol wipe and clean up the rest of your phone. As you can see, it got all over the bottom of the phone there. Thank God we had the tape. So once we've cleaned that up, we're going to cure the edges again for 30 seconds. All right, once you're done with that, you can peel off the bottom sticker here. Looks like all our ports are clean. Then you can also remove the little sticker where the fingerprint sensor is. All right, so I just cleaned it up a bit. Installation looks pretty good. I don't see any bubbles. Very nice. Feels just like glass. Very nice. All right, so there you can see the screen. Touch feels just like glass, nice and smooth. Very responsive to touch, and as you can still see the screen pretty well. It does dim the screen just a tad bit because it is a privacy screen protector. And then if we turn it to the side, you can see everything kind of disappears. And then if you look at it again, you can see everything on your screen. That is pretty cool. So let's test our fingerprints. We'll see if those work still. So they don't work, so not a problem. We'll just go in and re-register our fingerprints, which you should probably do anyway when you put a screen protector on there. So no problem in inputting the fingerprints. So now let's test it out. Fingerprints seem to be working just fine. Yeah, no problems with the fingerprints. All right, let's test out our S Pen. S Pen working just fine. There is a slight resistance, just like the glass. See if there's any markings. And I do not see any, just from where all the dirt is. As far as fingerprints goes, it does seem to pick up some fingerprints, but you can easily wipe those away with minimal effort. I love that privacy, like, can't see it, can see it. That is so cool. So now let's take a look at our case compatibility. As you can see at the top, there is a slight gap. At the bottom, there is a slight gap there. And on the sides, it doesn't come all the way to the edges there. So now let's put it into our case. So it looks like it comes right up to the edge of the case on the bottom here. On the top, there is still a slight gap. On the edges or on the sides, it comes right up to the case as well. Not bad at all. It does seem like there is a little bubble at the top. And if you guys can see that in the top right-hand corner, that's probably because it is touching the edges of the case. You're going to have to try it out with the case that you have. It may or may not work. But as far as the screen protector performing, working with fingerprint sensor, installation, S Pen, case compatibility, could be a little better. But all in all, it's not that bad. And if you do happen to mess up, you do have 2 other screen protectors that they give you to try to reinstall it. So now let's do our scratch test. We're going to start off with a level 5. Then we're going to move on to a level 6. And then finally a level 7. All right, so as you can see, there are no scratches at a level 5. There are slight at a level 6 and a little deeper at a level 7. So that's pretty much on par with all the other tempered glass screen protectors. And if you want to take these screen protectors off, it's very easy to do. You could either use your fingernail or a pick, which I recommend, or a credit card, and just kind of lift up on one of the edges until the screen protector releases, which it did right there. And then just kind of work your way down until the whole screen protector just lifts off. Just like that. So this is probably one of the better privacy screen protectors you're going to get that actually works with the fingerprint sensor. So I'm going to give this screen protector a thumbs up. So now we're going to take a look at the clear Mowei screen protector. All right, so here is the clear version of the Mowei screen protector that I just got done installing. Now, curious enough, with the clear version of this, as you can see, there's no cutout for the little camera. So the camera does get covered with this screen protector. Some people might like that, some people might not. I know I don't really care. I'd rather have as much of the screen covered as possible, but it does leave a slight gap at the bottom here, and we do have a slight gap at the top as well, and on the sides it doesn't come completely over to the edge. Installation was pretty good. It was actually better than the privacy screen one. I had less of the liquid leak out, which was nice. Screen looks pretty good. There are no bubbles, which is awesome. As far as touch goes, super slick, just like the glass. Let's test our S Pen. S Pen working perfectly fine. It's nice and smooth. There is, again, a slight resistance, but that's just because the little nib in the pen is rubber and this is glass, but writes just perfectly fine. Let's see if there's any markings from the S Pen. And I do not see, which I would expect because this is tempered glass. So that's looking pretty good. Let's take a look at the screen. Touch responsiveness, very responsive. Everything's working just fine there. It is nice and clear. Definitely another plus. Let's put it in our case. So it looks like the screen protector does pretty much come right up to our case on the bottom. There is a slight gap at the top, and it does come all the way to the edge of our case on each side. I don't see any lifting, which is definitely a plus. Now, the screen protector may or may not work for your case because every case is different, and this one does come right up to the edge, but it does look like it's working well so far. As far as fingerprints goes, it does collect some fingerprints, but because it's glass, you can just easily wipe those away. No problems at all. Very nice. So just because I'm going to test the fingerprint recognition to show you how well it does recognize your fingerprints. I did have a couple times where it didn't recognize my fingerprints, so I just want to give it the benefit of the doubt here. And I'm not pressing very hard at all, just normal pressure. All right, no problems inputting my fingerprints. Let's test it out. Yep, fingerprints working perfectly fine. And we'll also do our scratch test here. We'll start off with a level 5. Then we'll move on to a level 6. And then finally a level 7. Oh, it cracked. So it looks like this because I took the screen protector off before I did the scratch test. I'll go ahead and lift it up anyway. So if we take a close look, as you can see, there's no scratches at a level 5. There are slight at level 6 and deeper with a crack at a level 7. So it's pretty much on par with other tempered glass screen protectors. And as you can see, there's no residue left behind either. I'm pretty partial to the regular clear screen protector. I don't really need privacy, but it's always there just in case that's what you prefer. But this is definitely a nice option for a tempered glass screen protector that works with your S Pen, works with your fingerprints. It's crystal clear and it should work with your case as well. So that is pretty much it for the Mowei tempered glass screen protectors, privacy and clear. Again, I will be putting a link in the description in case you guys want to pick it up yourself. And if you guys like me and you want to support my channel, please use those links because it helps me keep purchasing products to review for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little notification bell to let you guys know when I put out new videos. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day and I'll see you in the next one. Later.